This is the High Voltage Business Builders Podcast, daily intelligence for serious e-commerce portfolio builders across Amazon, TikTok Shop, Shopify, Walmart, and every channel that moves the needle. Neil Twa and his Voltage team all day, every day, since 2012. Let's get into it.
Quick question before we get into it. If Amazon cut your margins again this quarter and you still haven't listed a single product on Walmart Marketplace, what exactly are you waiting for? Spoiler, the window is open right now, and most sellers are standing outside looking through the glass. It's Saturday, June 6th. Welcome back, folks. On behalf of myself and the entire team at Voltage, we are genuinely glad you're here for episode 290 of the High Voltage Business Builders Podcast. Now, lock it in. Here's the reality. Walmart Marketplace is growing at its fastest pace in years. That is not a headline to scroll past. That is a signal. And today I'm going to tell you what it means for your brand, what most operators are getting wrong, and what to actually do about it. Look, every time a platform grows fast, there are two kinds of operators. The ones who show up early and the ones who show up after the gold rush and wonder why margins are thin and competition is thick. Walmart Marketplace right now is in that early window. And I want to be blunt with you about what that means. Most Amazon sellers I talk to treat Walmart like a side project. They dabble, they list a few products, get confused by the interface, and go back to their Amazon dashboard. That is not a strategy. That is fear dressed up as busyness. Here is the real opportunity. Walmart's customer base is enormous, and it skews differently than Amazon's. These are buyers who trust the Walmart name, who shop in stores and online interchangeably, and who are not necessarily the same person clicking through Amazon Prime. That means your brand gets in front of a different buyer. And right now, third-party sellers on Walmart Marketplace are not fighting the same level of competition they'd face on Amazon for identical categories. Think about what that means for your cost per click. Think about what that means for your organic rank. When a platform is growing fast and seller density is still relatively low, the early operators capture the position. They build the reviews, they own the category page, and by the time everyone else wakes up, the rent has gone up. I left a W-2 in 2007 because I saw what happened when you got into e-commerce channels early versus late. The math is not subtle. Early means lower acquisition cost, better placement, and more margin room to operate. Late means you are paying for what someone else built. This is not about abandoning Amazon. I run brands on Amazon. I advise brands on Amazon. Amazon is still the largest e-commerce marketplace in the world, and it deserves your attention. But putting every product, every dollar, every margin decision into one platform is an operational risk that Walmart's current growth trajectory gives you a real reason to fix. The signal here is simple. Walmart Marketplace is accelerating. The implication is that seller slots and category authority are available right now that will not be available in 18 months. The move is to get in, get listed, and start building position before the competition catches up. I talked to an operator a while back, mid-sized brand, doing somewhere between $30,000 and $60,000 a month on Amazon across a handful of SKUs in the home goods space. Smart operator. Knows her numbers, runs tight margins. She had been hearing about Walmart Marketplace for 2 years and kept putting it off because, and I'm quoting her here, it just seemed like a lot of setup for an unknown return. She finally listed 4 of her core products on Walmart. Took her team about 2 weeks to get the listings dialed in. Not 2 months. 2 weeks. She optimized the titles, got the images right, priced competitively, and let it run. 90 days later, one of those 4 SKUs was outperforming its Amazon equivalent on a per-unit margin basis. Why? Lower advertising cost, less competitive pressure on the category page, and Walmart's algorithm rewarding a seller who actually had inventory in stock and priced reasonably. Shocking, I know. Showing up and doing the basics works when there's less competition doing them. Now, was Walmart replacing Amazon revenue for her? No, not yet. But it added a meaningful revenue stream with better margin on specific units, and it reduced her dependency on a single platform. That matters. When Amazon has a policy change, an account review, or a suppressed listing, she is not in full panic mode. She has another channel producing income. That is what multi-channel actually looks like in practice. It is not some grand strategic pivot. It is listing your proven products on a growing platform before everyone else figures out it is growing. The operators who thrive over the next 3 to 5 years are not the ones who are most loyal to any single platform. They are the ones who built real businesses with real brand equity across multiple channels. Walmart's current growth pace is giving you a specific, timed reason to act on that now.
Are you AI ready in your business? AI only multiplies the foundation you've already built. Don't 10x garbage into your business. 10x your profit. Score your gaps in 60 seconds. Find out how ready you are. Visit voltagedm.com/AI quiz and take the free readiness quiz. And now, back to the podcast.
All right, 3 moves. These work whether you are doing $5,000 a month or $500,000 a month. Move 1. Audit your top 5 Amazon products and ask one question. Which of these would compete well in a lower competition environment? Because that is exactly what Walmart Marketplace is right now for most categories. Pick your 2 or 3 strongest performers, the ones with proven demand and solid reviews, and start there. Do not try to list your entire catalog. Start with what you know works. Move 2. Get your listings Walmart ready, not just Amazon copy-pasted. I know, nobody wants to hear this, but Walmart's search algorithm is different. The customer browsing behavior is different. You need to write titles and bullet points that speak to Walmart shoppers. It does not take long, but skipping this step is why half the sellers who try Walmart say it does not work. It works. Your Amazon listing does not automatically translate. Move 3. Set a 90-day performance baseline and actually look at it. This one's boring. It is also where the money is. Most operators list on a new platform and check back in 6 months with vague disappointment. Set specific targets. What is your unit velocity target by day 30? What is your ad spend cap? What margin are you willing to accept while you build reviews? Know your numbers going in. Adjust at 30 days. Do not wait 90 days to realize you priced yourself out of the algorithm. Walmart Marketplace growing at its fastest pace in years is not a news story. It is an operational window, and windows close. Here is what I know after more than 13 years of building and advising e-commerce brands. The operators who win are not the ones with the most information. They are the ones who act on the right information at the right time. And right now, the right information is that Walmart Marketplace is growing fast. Competition is still manageable, and most sellers are still sleeping on it. If you are sitting there thinking, I need to figure out multi-channel, or I know I'm too dependent on Amazon, but you do not have a clear path to actually doing something about it, that is exactly the conversation we have inside the Voltage Business Builders membership. This is not a course you buy and forget. This is an operator-led cohort built around one goal: $100,000 in net new profit. We work through the actual decisions together: listing strategy, channel expansion, margin optimization, the stuff that moves real numbers in real businesses. Sellers at every level, from folks just crossing $5,000 a month to operators managing multiple brands, working through the same fundamentals with guidance from people who have actually done it. If that sounds like the room you need to be in, go to voltagedm.com/membership and take a look at what we are building there. And if you found today's episode useful, share it with one operator you know who is still all in on a single platform. They need to hear this. This is the High Voltage Business Builders podcast. We put out a new episode every single day because the market does not take days off, and neither do we. We will see you tomorrow. That's a wrap on today's episode. If you're trying to figure out where AI actually fits in your business and where to invest before bolting it on top, head over to voltagedm.com/AI quiz. 5 questions, 60 seconds, a personalized AI readiness score, and an instant foundation gap report. Built for operators, not AI tourists. We'll be back tomorrow with another edge. Until then, stay high voltage.